J1 semester 2. Okay, so this week we started off with the adjective walls. So if you click on this website, it will take you to where you can practice some non-adjective and e-adjective with the games. So I highly recommend. I will link it to the video so you can practice on your own on non-adjective, e-adjective. I started off with, because of the March is the month of graduation, I play some graduation songs so that some students can feel the graduation in Japan. Also, this week, yesterday actually was the March 11th. It's really big day in Japan. 10 years ago, actually, the large earthquake hit the northern part of Japan, and it's been 10 years. So there are a lot of videos being created. This person who actually experienced the tsunami when the earthquake hit, she moved back to Japan after, and every year she will gather people and let other people in Los Angeles know what happened on March 11th in Japan and send the love to Japan. She's doing that for I think over the years, and so it's really sad as a human being that we have to have some tragic thing happen to our lives to realize how gifted we are, how grateful with our lives that we are given. But I wanted just students to know that we can, because we are given the opportunity to learn, we are given the opportunity to live each day. We just have to reflect on ourselves and do better, whatever we can do to improve on our lives, right? And especially this week was because our school goes with a quarter, and this week is quarter 4 started. So whatever happened in quarter 4, quarter 3, we just can move on and think about the quarter 4, what we can do better, and reflect on ourselves and improve on our routines. So that's that. And then we talked about what we did over the weekend, and then the adjectives. So きれい、汚い。きれい is pretty, clean, both of them. きれい、汚い。かわいい、静か。うるさい、うるさい。邪魔、邪魔。いいですね、いいですね、いいですよ。いいですよ。いいですね is a statement. いいですね isn't it? Like いいですね。いいですよ is almost like you are recommending something to someone. So いいですよ versus いいですね is a different. 早い fast or early. Both of them are described in 早い。早い。So early or fast. And 遅い could be late or slow. Both of them could be described by 遅い。遅い。And then こんばん tonight こんばん。こんばんは is good evening. こんばんは午前 AM 午後 PM. Okay, and then いいえ結構です。No, thank you. いいえ結構です。残念ですが unfortunately 残念ですがいいえ結構です。This is a really polite way to reject or say no, thank you. So make sure you practice this phrase. いいえ結構です。残念ですが So adjective reviews いい、良いis different ways to say it. When you conjugate good, we always change it to yoi and then conjugate. So be careful. Know both of them. 悪い、大きい、小さい、長い、string wise. So hair or strings. 短い、short. 太っています is fat, heavy. 痩せています is very thin. 若い、young or energetic. 若い。年を取っています is old, elder とかね。年を取っています。厳しい strict, 優しい is kind. And then we went over some of the body parts. So it looks like this. So I hope you guys can review that body parts. We also went over how to make a negative on e adjective. So e adjective, add this at the end to complete the sentence. Drop en 悪くない drop en くありません to make it negative. E adjective, so for example, 若いです、若くないです、若くありません。厳しいです、厳しくないです、厳しくありません。優しいです、優しくないです、優しくありません。Verb, must change it to ません。So 太っています、太っていません。痩せています、change it to 痩せていません。年を取っています、change it to 年を取っていません。And these are the notes that I had students printed out. Maybe I can make it to copy so that if you want to print them out, you can do that also. Not adjective exceptions. 綺麗、嫌い、有名、得意. So these are ends with E, but those are treated like not adjectives. So that's a very, very critical thing, and a lot of students make mistakes all the time. So make sure you write it down in your notes. 嫌い、綺麗、有名、得意. Those are ends with E, but those are not adjectives. So we have to conjugate it like not adjective. Be careful. So I will pause it here. Or you should pause it here actually, and then I will post the answer. Ready? Looks like this. So make sure you know these ones are E adjective, these are not adjective, because even though they end with E, those are not adjective exceptions. E adjective, non-adjective exceptions with E. Those are not ends with E, so those are non-adjective. This is exception again. And then E adjective, it's not ending with E, so it's got to be non-adjective. And then E adjective. And you can try with this one too. So this time you can pause it and try to make it negative. Okay, so you got to know which ones are non-adjective, E adjective, and try to make it negative. Ready? Like that. So make sure you know E adjective. You gotta drop E and a kunai. If you have kirei, those are not adjectives. So kirei de wa arimasen. De wa arimasen is for a non-adjective. Drop E and add a kunai for a E adjective. So make sure you know the difference between E adjective and non-adjective when you do the conjugation. So make sure you go over that, pause it, try it a couple of times, and hopefully it will help you to do better on those conjugations. 痩せていますか？年を取っていますか？厳しいですか？若いですか？ So make sure you make it all in negative. You can pause it and practice it. I will show you guys the answer in a second. Ready? Set. So, 痩せています、痩せていません。年を取っていますか？年を取っていません。Because it's a must ending is a verb, ません is a negative. 厳しい is E adjective, so drop E add くない。drop E or add くありません。Same thing goes here, くない or くありません。And I also asked students personal questions like お父さんは痩せていますか？ So, is your dad thin? So, students were either saying 父は because they're talking about their own dad. 父はとても痩せています。父はまあまあ痩せています。父は少し痩せています。or 父は少し痩せていません。or 父は少しあまり痩せていません。or 父は全然痩せていません。Depends on. The important part is make it negative when you have these two, which is あまり or 全然. You gotta make it positive when you have とても or まあまあ。So, you can pause it and practice on your own to explain it. お父さんは背が高いですか？お母さんは厳しいですか？お母さんの目はいいですか？目はいいですか means eyesight. We are talking about the eyesight. お父さんはテレビを見ますか？お母さんはテニスが上手ですか？ So depends. Try to practice them. We also talked about colors. These are the colors that you can make it E adjective. That means you can add E at the end to make it E adjective. 白 change it to 白い、黒、黒い、赤、赤い、青、青い、茶色、茶色い、黄色、黄色いです。So if you have a non-adjective, then when you make it negative, ではありません。If you are making E adjective, drop E and add くないです。So 白くbe 白ではありません or 白くないです。These are the colors that you have to keep it not adjectives. So only way you can make these negative is オレンジではありません。You don't say オレンジいいく、オレンジいい doesn't exist, right? So オレンジではありません。緑ではありません。That kind of thing. If you want to list more than 2 colors, then you have to use と to connect them. And also you have to only use in non-adjective form. So you cannot say 赤いと白い. You have to say 赤と白。紫と青とかね。So don't use it as E adjective. Be careful on that. Let's do more practice on non-adjective E adjectives. So you can pause it and try to write down not or E adjective. What is the meaning in English? What is the present tense? And what is the negative tense? I'll pause it and then try to practice. Ready, set, go. So make sure you have an adjective. So ではありません. Make sure you have e adjective. So drop e and くないです. Make sure you have an adjective. So ではありません. This is e adjective. くないです. An adjective. So ではありません. Be careful. Let's add more. Try to pause it and then work on your own. And then when you're ready, we're going to take a look at the answer. Ready? いいですか? いくよ、せーの. These ones. So ends with e. So all these are e adjective. くないです。悪くありません。ダメ is not ended with e. So no adjective ではありません。e adjective. 下手 is not ends with e. So no adjective ではありません。These are all ends with e. So 長いです。厳しいです。大きいです。Change it to 長くないです。厳しくないです。大きくないです。How did you do? I hope this will help and try to not only categorize an adjective, adjective, but trying to make it negative. I hope you will have a great weekend and I will see you next week.